How are we doing, guys? Chucky Boy here again with another brand new episode in my Master League series. Few little details before we get into the highlights of the games. I forgot to mention in my last game my 4 designated foreign players that I've decided to go with. Now, what I'm going to do with the rest of the squad is I'm going to wait until January, and if I don't sell, any that I don't sell after the January window will just then be released. So those guys will be around for now. I won't use them unless I really have to. If I get injuries, or if I've got my whole team maybe, out of form, and I've got no other way of doing it, then I will have to use them. But I will let you guys know that before the games and stuff. But yeah, so my four designated players are Marchamp, who's our striker. We have Walcow, who plays just behind. We have Chirimboni, who is our attacking midfielder. And the other guy is actually on the bench, who is a spare defender, and his name is Chichi. Now, everybody else, bar this guy here, is Argentinian. I don't have enough to actually fill my bench with these players, but like I said, it's a case of just getting to January and we'll be able to sort out the team again. But we did as much as possible, but all these guys you see in the first team, all here are actually Argentinian, and most of the bench, apart from the 2 that we mentioned, are not. So that's where we're going to go. And obviously we need to pick a captain, and I am going to actually pick Lucas Mendez as my captain, just because I think he's the oldest player I've actually got, and he's also probably the best player I've got, and he's in that midfield role that I like to keep my captain in there. So that's who our captain is going to be for this season. Right, and the next little detail I have is concerning the division that we are in. I've actually changed my mind about the division a little bit. I've renamed the whole division to match up with Argentina, so it's now the Primera B Nacional, wherever it is. There we go. And as you can see, all the teams have been renamed and given the correct badges for the teams that are in the actual Primera B in Argentina. So regarding kits, there's a few kits that I'm going to work on. I may use the in-game editor. I may use other means and try and get as many kits as done as possible. But right now, they're just the fake kits. And also the players in the teams are also fake. I want to keep those fake because, I like to use the fake players as much as possible, really. Just because I don't know who they are, and I don't sort of get distracted by a name or something like that. So I'll keep the fake players in there, sorry, but the teams have been renamed to, and the badges look, realistic. So yeah, we're gonna start a game in a minute, and you're gonna see highlights from 3 games today, and hope you enjoy, and I'll speak to you again in a minute when the highlights start. So here we go, guys. This is the very first game of our league season, and it's an exciting time. Genuinely excited about this. Like I said, these are going to be highlights, so nice and simple, really. But I'm going to have us coming out into obviously our stadium and stuff. It's our first game is at home, which is great, and we are playing Gimnasia. So, like I said, these are fake teams, effectively, just renamed, so I'm not quite sure about certain players. Obviously, I don't really know a great deal about these teams, so I'm hoping that we can... All I'm looking for, really, is a decent start to this season. I'm going to go through my expectations a little bit while the highlights are playing, because I'm not great at commentating on actual games, so I'm going to talk a little bit about my sort of aspirations for this season, really, while you can see all these highlights. Now, obviously, I'll talk about the goals and stuff, and incidents as and when they happen. So, right, my plans for this... Well, okay, that was close. That was pretty close. That was the first chance of the game, so there we go. I got distracted already. Yeah, so my plans for this season are to... I don't want to win the league, really. I don't... if it happens, it happens, but I would like maybe a season or 2 seasons in the second division while I get my, my squad sorted out properly. I would love to get my team sorted out before I actually make the jump up into the Primera Division, because I think it's going to be really tough once I get up there to actually compete with those teams and that kind of thing. So I would like to get a decent team in first. But like I said, if I end up getting promotion or, whatever happens, I think this season, I think it's going to be a strange season, because it is predominantly going to be based around getting my squad sorted out, both in and outgoings. You know, as you've already seen in the transfer window, I've done quite a lot of activity already. We have another transfer window coming, so it'd be nice to see what we can actually get done. And there we go, there's the first goal of our season. We actually got the first goal of the game, which is great. And it's a new signing too. It's one of our old guys, Leone. We bought him for not a lot of money. I think we got him from Tigre, and he's 36, I believe, so he's not going to be around for a long time. But he's one of those guys that whenever I start a Master League, age is not important to me at all. If I think a guy can come in and help me, then I don't really care about his age. He can be 40 for all I care. If I think he can do a job, I will sign him, even if it's only for 1 year. Still a year's worth of decent player, hopefully. So, but it's starting off well. So that's always a good sign when a new signing gets a goal on his debut. I mean, obviously we've got most of our team is brand new, so most of these will, if they do manage to score, will be a debut. Horrible pass there from my captain, and it leads to a goal. Yeah, and that's Kalinic, obviously former Blackburn Rovers striker, decided to make his way to Argentina, so that's nice of him. Not that nice that he decided to score against us, obviously, but like I said, I think we're going to see a lot of these players from obviously European teams and European countries obviously make their way into our Division 2 and obviously into the Primera Division 2. We're going to see a lot of these guys around. I just hope they all don't have the same sort of impact this guy's had right now, because it's not been long since I scored. I didn't manage to keep my lead very much. I actually gave the ball away, which was probably the whole reason why they scored, is because, you know, the passing was awful, to be honest, and it was just one of those things where I gave it away and got punished straight away. So where was I? I'm just trying to think about where I was now. I think I was talking about my ambitions. Yeah, like I said, I don't really want to finish too high up this season. I'd like a nice steady season to get involved, just while I get used to it all a bit more, and then we can start building and obviously build towards promotion. And then, you know, we've got a long-term goal of obviously winning as much as possible, but that's a long way away yet. It's a real long way away yet. And yes, there we go, another goal. Beautiful. Same guy again. Not good. Started off positively in this game as well. We've had a few chances. When I was playing it, I was like, well, I'm actually doing quite well here. I thought I could end up getting, you know, a few goals early on and cement the lead that we had. It was pretty early lead. The goal from the corner was pretty early, so. But as you can see, they've scored 2 already, so I was a little bit concerned at this point, but that's what happens, I suppose. So I think I need, I'm basically going to do as much as possible this season to try and get my team as to where I'm happy. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the business that we've done in the first window, but I would like more. I would like to get some more in, definitely. And right here, I've got a little issue with this goal. I actually made a really good tackle. There, and just for some reason the ball just ran away and I could not get back. It was one of those moments where it was like, that's irritating. That really is annoying. I made the nice little challenge, got the ball, and it just went away. If you watch here, I made the tackle there, the ball just runs on, and he just happens to be there first. Keeper makes a decent save. I'm not going to lie, it's a decent save. But I would have liked him to have pushed it somewhere else than right into the striker's feet. Obviously, that's not great. And yes, it is Kalinic yet again. So that guy is obviously going to be one to watch this season. He will more than likely be up there. He's on 3 already for this first game, so that's a good start for him, I suppose. But at this point, I was like, well, I shouldn't be losing this game 3-1. There's been a couple of mistakes that I've made that's cost me a goal. And then right here, this lovely thing happens straight from the kickoff. Absolutely crazy. I'm not quite sure about the celebration. That's also probably crazy as well, but there we go. I was straight from kickoff, guys. So I was down for maybe, 5-6 seconds, and then all of a sudden I've got a goal back, and it's great. But it's lovely work. when these sort of things happen, it makes you feel really good. So it's always nice when you pull this. I mean, that pass there is amazing. It's perfect. Just for the first time shot, keeper's got no chance with a finish like that. So the emotions really in the very first game were really, really, you know, up and down. Obviously going into the lead and then conceding 3 goals and getting a goal back, just crazy, just completely ridiculous. And as we were saying, that number 4 goes in. This is where I was pushing for the game. I was trying to get that equaliser really, and left myself open a little bit at the back. And I suppose that's a chance you take. I mean, I will always try and get that goal, just because, you know, that's what I don't really want to lose my first game at home. And like, I just got picked apart basically. You know, the guy runs straight through the middle. I've got nobody there. I was the guy covering, actually playing him onside, which is probably yet again another defensive error from myself. So that's never great. But like I said, it's this first game gives me a great indication as to what the teams are going to be like to play against, and it certainly wasn't easy. I had quite a lot of chances, but the game was not easy by far, and they obviously were quite clinical, and obviously, as you can see there, it finished 4-2, so this is a little indication to me as to what this season may actually be like. And if I'm perfectly honest, I'm happy with it. I really am happy with how that went, because I was concerned that it might be too easy. I'm going to show the league table after every single fixture. Obviously, it doesn't really mean a great deal right now, but we are currently in 15th. So, but that will happen at the end of every single game you see this season, just to keep you guys updated, really. And we go into the second game. We are at home again to Aldo Civi. So, yet again, we are playing in, well, not yet again, sorry, we are playing in our actual ROA kit this time. Another team that I have mentioned, or another team that I have edited kits for, just with the in-game, just pure colours. These are the colours that the team actually play in. So, you know, I will, if you guys follow me on Twitter, you will have seen that I am actually making the kits right now. It's taken a while, because I have not really made PC kits before. I've had a few attempts in the past, but obviously different this year, and it's taken me a lot of time. It will take me a long time to get all the teams done, but I've done a few teams right now. I've got a couple of kits for each team, so you'll see those as and when they're updated effectively. So, but I'm trying to get, you know, the teams and the badges and stuff obviously look fine, and I'm trying to get it looking as good as possible, and hope we'll get there one day. We'll get there one day, but like I said, this is a long-term project, so that will happen as and when it does, and we won't get too disheartened by it and stuff. That should have been a goal there. I was quite disappointed actually in Walcow in the first game. It didn't really do a great deal. He didn't do a great deal of anything sort of good, so I was quite concerned, but in this game he actually played pretty well. It's just one of those things, and that's a decent effort right there. I'd be proud of that one. That's not bad. I'm hoping to see a lot of those go in this year, because some people have got issues with the shots on stuff on PES, so I'm hoping that we see a few of those, just to highlight that it's not all bad, really. But yeah, I've got a few players that I'm concerned about, to be honest. But it's only one game through, so I'm sort of hoping after maybe 10, 11 games, 12 games, whatever, I'm going to get a better feeling from those players. But there's a few players in there that I do like straight away. The guy that scored the goal in the last game, Leone, is proving already to be one of my favourites. He's a great little winger. I mean, he's quite old for a winger, but you know, he still performs really well. So, and as you can see in the highlights at the moment, these guys are actually all over us right now. We've not had a chance for a while. It's all them at the minute, and it's kind of the way the game went for the first part of it. For the first half, it was, and most of the second half, it was pretty much those on top. You know, it's one of those things. We had a few chances like this, but keeper obviously makes nice, decent save there, low down. And yet again, they're on the attack again. This is all good signs for me as to what this season may actually end up being like. And we concede. So there we go. Yeah, again, I'm not sure about these celebrations too much. I'm concerned that these celebrations are... You kind of want to run up and punch them in the face. It's really irritating. But yeah, as I say, these guys have been on top all game. As you've seen from the highlights, we've only had a couple of chances. They've had, you know, 4 or 5. So they definitely deserve the lead in this game. Definitely deserve the lead. But there's not really not a lot I can do about that. I'm still not great at defending, as you can see from the slide tackle there. That's about 5 hours too late. If that had come in a bit earlier, then maybe I would have had a chance, you know, doing something with it. But the defending side of this game is, hopefully you'll see me improve as we get on into this series. And some more lovely work here between the guys. I mean, we can actually play some great football, and we score again, straight from kickoff. This is the second game in a row, and that's Vasquez with his first goal for us again. So now he is one of our guys that we've got a lot of hope for. He's only 18 years old. He's a young guy. He's a young winger. He's not blessed with like amazing pace, but he's got more than enough right now to be more than adequate for what we need. And I'm hoping that as he gets older, he's going to sort of blossom into something really special. It'd be great to see a guy like that we've had from the beginning. I'm kind of hoping that we get that at some point. We're going to get, you know, one guy that sort of stands out, you know. I think that's the idea. And he's definitely got the attributes to be that kind of guy. But yeah, that's just the second time we've seen we've gone straight from kickoff and scored an equaliser, or we've scored a goal straight from conceding a goal straight away. It's very strange. But both of them were really good play. Really, really good, nice little interchange of passing between the guys. So I'm happy. But this is coming up to the end of this game anyway, guys. Anyway, you'll see the whistle go in about, I don't know, 4 or 5 seconds, and that's the way it finished. Really, 1-0. Sorry, 1-0. I was happy with that because, as you've seen from the highlights, they did dominate this game quite a lot, and for me to get those goals were great. And as you can see, that moves up to 14th. Not really important right now, but like I said after the previous game, we're going to see this after every game just to keep you guys as up to date as possible. So here we go into our third game, our first away game of the season against Almirante Brown, and we are in our brand new kit again. So this is our third kit. There may be a few changes to these every now and again. I'm not happy with the way the names are placed on this kit, so I need to tweak that a little bit. But as you can see, this is Almirante Brown's actual kit, made in the in-game colours again. It's, you know, a stripy kit, so this will be updated as and when I get chance. But I have tried to keep the colours as to what they are in real life. So now I'm not really sure what to expect in the away games this year. I've played a few away games in like cups and stuff while I was getting used to the game, and they can prove quite difficult. So I'm hoping that we get a decent start, and there we go, right on cue. And there's the man that I was concerned about after the first game, but he played a lovely little interchange there. He got a little bit lucky. It was obviously his flick on here to Marchamp, just there, which was great piece of play. Got a little bit lucky with a tackle there that just happened to fall his way, but that strike is beautiful, right in the corner. The keeper has got no chance there. And after the second game and this game, this guy's starting to grow on me a little bit. I was concerned after the first, like I mentioned before. I was concerned about him, but there's no concern right now, just because of the way he's playing. He's been great in the 2 games. And we actually get a second goal as well, straight. Not straight away, but not long after. And there's the other guy, Marchamp. Now he is our main striker. This guy hopefully will get me plenty of goals this season. I would love to see him maybe get, I don't know, 15, 20 goals. It'd be great if we can get someone doing that for us. It would help a lot. I think the striking positions are the most important. After a centre-back maybe. I think the strikers are obviously the ones that get the goals, and you don't win games without scoring goals, so I'm hoping for big things from him. And he certainly played well in the friendly that we had at the beginning of the season, so it'd be nice to see how he develops. But our hopes are quite high with that guy, and he had a great shot as well there. A decent save from the keeper, but it's just that long shot. I will keep trying. Eventually, hopefully, we're going to get one of those going, and I may actually go mental. You never know. Trying a little bit of skill as well. I don't normally do skill moves, but I think sometimes they can really help on this game. They help you a lot. And we get a lovely foul there, hopefully. No, we don't. We get the advantage. Great. See, this is what I'm saying. The skill moves right there were really helpful to get out of a couple of tight spots. And I don't always do them, but I think sometimes they're needed. And can we get another one? Oh, no. Wow. Okay, so that was about as close as you can get without hitting, obviously, the woodwork. But to be honest, this game went surprisingly well for an away game. I was concerned about away games. They always tend to be a bit tougher than the home games, but from what I've played this season, it doesn't seem to be the way. A little bit of a sloppy goal there. The keeper just saved it and just couldn't get back up in time. I got no cover whatsoever. And yet again, we get a very strange celebration. I'm really not sure about these celebrations at all. They're a bit confusing to me. But yeah, if you watch, the keeper makes a good save. I've got no defenders covering though, none at all that are running back concerned, and the keeper just cannot get up in time to stop. He comes from a long way. The defenders are just not following in. It's a bit concerning, a little bit concerning. There's plenty of time. That guy comes from a long way away there, and there's just nobody following, and the keeper there's nothing the keeper can do there. He makes a decent save and he's got no help from his defenders really. So, and that'll be the last highlight from this game, guys. The final whistle goes any second now, and we get our first win. So, not a bad start to the season. We have a loss, a draw, and a win. So we've got all three results really. Decent start. I'm quite happy, to be honest. I'm looking forward to playing some more games. And as you can see, that moves us up into 8th place, and yeah, I'd be happy to finish about there, to be honest. Now in the next video, guys, we've got something special. On the next two videos, sorry, are going to be, actually, we're in the Cup. We have a home and an away leg against San Lorenzo, who are a Primera Division team. So we've got a tough draw in the first round of the Cup. But you will see both those guys. They will be live commentaries. We're going to do one leg on Tuesday, and then the following Thursday will be the second leg. So I hope you look forward to seeing those. And that's the end of the video. So as always, guys, if you like this content, please leave some comments, subscribe if you want to see more, and other than that, guys, we'll see you all again very soon.